Good morning, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all well and having an amazing morning. I'm a bit tired this morning as I didn't sleep last night very well. But I really wanted to do this video today because I've just posted the end of chapter 5, the end. And I just wanted to kind of give a recap on how I see kind of this chapter now. And for those of you that haven't been to my channel before, this is me giving my views and I guess my understanding of heartbreak, having been on a spiritual journey for the past 20 years, but also seeing a heartbreak 10 years after the heartbreak happened. So just kind of looking at the chapter and what I actually wrote then, and seeing and sharing my thoughts on how I see it now. And what's really interesting is if someone had said to me back then that, 10 years down the line, you will be sitting there and you will be able to read it and almost look at it from a third-party perspective, as if, you're outside of a painting and you're looking at the painting and you're appreciating every single thing about it. You're appreciating the work that went into it, the colours, the beauty, the experience, the gratefulness for the gift of the talent of being able to experience that as a human being. So I think it's really interesting how, as human beings, when we go through things emotionally, we really do believe that it's the end. And in this actual chapter, I did believe it was the end. And what happened, as you'll see as it plays out, is the relationship had ended, and then we went back one last time. We met one last time, and it was in that meeting that it was the most amazing, most magical, most memorable moment of my life, one of the most memorable moments of my life, and yet it was an ending. And I think that's something that now when I look at it, I think, oh my gosh, how amazing that was. It was an ending and it was heartbreaking, but now when I look back at it, it was the absolute beginning of a much deeper spiritual journey. And that's why I love heartbreak. That's why I've decided to do a channel on heartbreak, because it's the moment in your life where you absolutely are totally in control of actually defining where you go as a human being on your spiritual journey. And it's also that moment where you believe you have love, but if you don't get lost in it, in the heartbreak, then you will find the greatest love you've ever experienced in your life, beyond what I'm experiencing in that chapter. It's way beyond that, way beyond that. And it just keeps building and growing and evolving. And you come to a point where you're able to go through life being completely content with where you're at here and now, rather than having that desperation of the great romance or the great love or the great relationship or the great partnership, or because the partnership with yourself is way bigger. And when you connect to that partnership with yourself, what happens is everyone comes to you, everything comes to you. If you're worried about, not being able to find a relationship or have people come into your life, people will come in abundance. And why they come in abundance is because you're connected to your source, you're connected to your true power, you're connected to the person that you've always known you are, but you've never really been able to express to the world. And that's basically it. You become the person that you know you are deep inside, that person full of love, full of goodness, full of hope, full of belief, full of life. You become that person again, and people radiate to you. And that's not just in your personal life, it's also in your career. You know, when I look back and I think about that moment, it was one of the worst moments of my life, but one of the best moments of my life, because everything I wanted in the world walked out of the door, never to return. But on the other hand, it was the best moment because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be creating what I'm creating now, which the channel is one part of what I do, but there's way more stuff. And if someone had said to me back then, everything you desired would come to fruition, it was a million miles away. And yet today I sit here and everything I desired is coming to fruition. It is becoming a reality. And those 10 years of my life have been the most, how can I put it? They've been the greatest struggle, but they've had the most magical, memorable moments. And also my understanding has accelerated exponentially from everything that I've been through. So I look at it now and I say the end is a gift. And if you're going through an ending and you feel you're on the floor, you don't know how you're going to get back up again, you're in bed, you're pulling the covers over your head, you don't even want to speak to anyone, you don't want to go out, you don't want to engage with anyone, I'm not going to say that time is the greatest healer because, well, I've just said it. But, you know, I'm not going to say the things that everyone says, you know, get out of bed, pull yourself out of it. There's more people out, there's more fish in the sea, there's all these things. No, I wouldn't say that. What I would say is cry the tears, build the bridge, and then strive over it. But strive over it with all the passion, all the love, connecting to the tools that you have to enhance and elevate you. And what's great is you have all of those tools. And what I'm going to be doing on the channel is sharing some of those tools. I'm actually building, I'm really excited about it. It's a 7-step course, but it's not kind of your normal course. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing that. But at the moment I'm working on lots of other things as well.